Okay, this is Brandy Fugate with Keller Williams Private Label Team, here to give you a virtual tour of 1401 South Indianapolis. We are starting at 21st and Harvard, and we are going to go north on Harvard. So if you're not familiar with this part of town, this is called Midtown, and this is very much in the heart of Midtown. Elementary school right here. Lots of this is a pediatric shop. That was an Ace Hardware for many, many years. Churches, we got a tag office, insurance, optometrist over there. Lots of little restaurants and shops and fun stuff in this area. Bliss Maid, that's a housekeeping service, it looks like. Rib Crib, there's a Farmer's Insurance, the Bead Merchant, that's a cute little jewelry place. Ty's Hamburgers, one of the best burgers in town right here. I should have gone a little bit further past 21st and I would have picked up Brownie's Hamburgers, which is awesome. Ever since medical marijuana became legal, we have dispensaries on every corner in Tulsa. There's one. Big Al's is a sandwich shop over there, also very popular. And this is an auto insurance place. One of our most beloved bakeries, Merritt's Bakeries, is just right down there on the left, about a half a block down on the left. They have amazing cakes and cookies and donuts and sandwiches. Small world. I bought my first home 2 blocks that way and 3 blocks into that neighborhood, Renaissance Park, in 2000, so 20 years ago. It was, let's say I paid, I think $70 something a square foot at that time, little 3-bed, 2-bath, 1-car garage, and it's worth probably $150 a foot now. And I feel like an idiot that I didn't hang on to and turn it into a rental. Big mistake. Veterinary clinics, plumber, Domino's Pizza, McDonald's, couple of hair salons, Prosperity Bank, a glass company, a tile company, kind of a mixed bag. When you're dealing with Midtown, you get a little bit of everything. Cartridge World, Allstate Insurance, another salon, more salons. Now we're approaching 11th and Harvard. This is all TU here, so the college kids have to have their liquor store, so there's a liquor store there. Buccaneers, that's the oldest bar in Tulsa. And now we're looking at the beginning of the TU campus. The TU campus starts at 11th and Harvard, and then works itself north and west. It takes up a huge section of this part of town. I love people who buy houses in this area because the resale is just so fantastic. You can rent it if you don't want to sell it. There's always college kids, because we have such a really robust engineering program. There's always college kids from other countries that come here, and they'll sign a 4-year lease, and they'll take great care of your properties. A lot of folks come from the Middle East to get their engineering degrees at this school. It's a great school, and it just keeps going on and on and on. Okay, we're now up to 4th Street. So the house that we're going to tour today is at 14th Street. So we're going to turn around and head back south. But I just wanted to show you the proximity of the house to the university. 4th Street is a major through street, so it's one that you can actually pick some speed up on. The houses are all alphabetical at this point, so J, Jamestown. The next one will be I, Indianapolis. Okay, sorry, I had a phone call come in, so it stopped the recording, but I've just made a big loop, and now I'm back to 11th Street and New Haven. 11th is our Route 66, so lots of history with 11th Street. 11th Street has a lot of car lots, restaurants, mechanics, things of that nature. So we are on 11th and we're going west, and we're headed right back to the intersection at 11th and Harvard, where we were a moment ago. All right, just before we get to Harvard, we have Indianapolis here, which is blocked. So we're gonna have to make the block. But normally you can take that little side street there to get to Indianapolis, but that's all right. Straight ahead, again, this is right across the street from the campus. So we have lots of restaurants: Jimmy John's, Taco Bell, Taco Bueno, Coney Islander, and then our beloved Quick Trip, which, if you're not familiar with Quick Trip, that's our favorite gas station, but it's more than a gas station. We eat lunch there. I mean, they're so clean and they're everywhere. You know exactly what to expect. You can pop in and out. You can get pretty much anything at Quick Trip. That is probably one of our more beloved businesses in Tulsa. All right, so now we are going back south. We're passing the same stuff as before. We're gonna go east now on 13th. We're gonna come to Indianapolis. One of the things I love about Midtown is that all the houses are just different. They're all cute little bungalows. They have a lot of character. Most of these houses were built in the 20s and 30s. It's a mixed bag. You never really know what you're gonna get. Aren't these cute? All right, and this is the house there on the center of your screen. This would be the southeast corner of 14th and Indianapolis. And here it is with that awesome wraparound front porch. Okay, here we are at 1401 South Indianapolis. We are directly at the corner of 14th and Indianapolis. I'm gonna give you literally standing in the intersection, kind of give you a street scene. So we're very close to TU. We've got a ton of these little bungalow, really cute houses, some brick, some frame. You see some really cute updated ones like this one, and then maybe some others that aren't quite updated yet. You've got a whitewashed red brick one down there that is super, super cute. This is definitely the type of neighborhood that you can invest some money in and not go upside down. You've got plenty of room. First thing I see is a ton of ice, and it's all centered right around this section. I mean, look at the other streets. They are completely cleared off, and this is really thick, like 6 inches of ice, which makes me nervous about a vacant home. I hope they've got some heat on inside and didn't have a pipe burst, because this water's coming from somewhere. But anyway, wraparound porch. It does have vinyl siding, which is super low maintenance. Power wash it once a year or so. You can even paint it if you want to change the color, but you don't have to worry about wood rot or anything like that. So I'm a big advocate of vinyl siding. It is on a crawl space. You can see one of the hatches there for the entrance. So this front part is not fenced, the front and side yard, but the backyard is fenced. And then you've got a really nice 2-car detached garage there. That garage, I've been in it several times. It is probably one of the best garages I've been in Midtown because it's so new. Most of the garages are dilapidated and falling down. Most of them look like this one. Old, 80-year-old knob and tube wiring, and just most of them are in really bad shape, but not this one. The roof looks great. I'll have to pull the disclosure and see the age on it. Windows, from what I can see here, have all been replaced. Those are newer vinyl windows. That air conditioner there, it's a Lennox, but that looks super old. When we get closer to it in a minute, I'll look at a date, but I would not count on that thing lasting too long. You've got a flower bed here with, I'm not sure what types of flowers those are, but maybe tulips? I don't know. Something trying to poke through and come out through all this ice. All right, while we're over here, let's go ahead and look at the AC. See if we can find a date. Well, I don't see a date. However, usually the third and fourth digit in the serial number is the year. So it looks like it might be a 96. It could be a 96. I got mixed emotions about it. It's definitely older, and it's something that you'll probably have to replace someday. Let's just put it that way. Those cost about, on this size house, maybe $1,200-1,300 to replace. Siding's in good shape. You've got a couple of dings here and there where probably a weed eater has messed it up. You've got a bad spot here. Looks like there's leaves that have gotten up under the soffit. You don't have guttering. Any place where you've got a flat area like that or this, you really should have guttering. In Oklahoma, we have a high clay content in our soil, and we have varying temperatures. And as those temperatures vary, our clay expands and contrasts, and our soil is what our houses are built on. So if our soil is active and moving, then our houses are moving, right? Our houses are settling. So the one of the reasons why you want to have guttering is to direct the water away from the house. Because if not, it can weaken the soil even further at the foundation and cause some serious structural issues. As I'm kind of looking at the back of the house, I see another little bad spot there of the siding. Totally fixable, but just something to think about. In Oklahoma, you make an offer, the seller accepts your offer, everyone signs contracts in writing, and thus begins a 13-day inspection period for the buyer. During those 13 days, we get a general home inspector in to take a good look at it. We also want to get a termite inspector in if it's a crawl space house, because there could be termites underneath on your framing that are eating away at the home. Here's your gas meter, by the way. And then you may want to go further and do some additional inspections, but 9 times out of 10, we just start with those two. At the end of your inspections, what you generally get the right to do is to create a honey-do list for the seller. That's your sign of saying, look, Mr. Seller, I still want to buy your house, but I want you to fix this plumbing leak, or this outlet isn't working, or this light fixture isn't working, or whatever. This particular house, I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's an as-is home, which means, yes, go ahead and do your inspections. However, it's just for your information because we aren't open to a honey-do list. Now, if you do your inspections and there's something major that comes back that you weren't expecting, you could try to renegotiate the terms at that point. So, for example, if the inspector comes back and says the roof needs to be replaced, well, that may be an $8,000 roof. So you may tell the seller, okay, fine, I'll still buy your house, but you're not getting $8,000 off of the price. And if you can't come to an agreement with what stays on that honey-do list, or the price negotiation, if you can't come to an agreement, then you can back out of the deal and get your deposit back. Let's go ahead and get inside.